Hello everyone. I have my Jelly Plate out because I haven't worked on it in a while and I just kind of wanted to have a play today and just enjoy crafting without the need for like major results of anything. So I figured just have a relaxing gel plate experiment and see what I have. I have a couple of these little plates that you rub on over underneath a paper to get an impression. May be able to get some impression by pressing into the gel plate. I'm not sure how great of impression, but we can try and play with these. I have a stencil. It's not a really great stencil and it's probably on its last days, but we can put it over, take a sample and see how that works as well. I have a Lego plate, which makes pretty good circles in it, impressions in it. And this one, which makes pretty good squares. It's like a silicone non-slip mat type thing, and it had these. I think most of this stuff I found in the dollar store, if not all. So we're just gonna put that aside. I also have some things to make circles because I love circles. Try to find things of different sizes so I can make bullseyes and patterns of different size circles. Some of these are the same size. Just found a bunch of stuff. I have this. This was on the top of a glue bottle, but it was a triangular one, like the kids one, so I have that. I have some of this. I think it's for knitting or crocheting or something like that. It's really cheap. I use it to make impressions or to spray diluted paints or inks and stuff through it. So that got that. And this actually was from my glue sticks I just bought. This brand, it came like in a whole set, I think 20 of them, and it has this. So I was like, this would make a really nice impression. So I took all my glue sticks out, put them in a bag so I can play around with this. And I have this, but I'm not sure this will do much. This is top of one of those carbon filtered things. Carbon charcoal. So we can use that as well. So let's put this back over here. And I have the small square one. I don't know if it's in frame. Okay. We're gonna use this as a roller. It's not the best, but for now, until my roller comes in, we're gonna play around with this. And I also took, this is a lint roller, a sticky lint roller. And what I did was punch out, use this circle punch, and use this to punch out some circles. And then I went in and pressed and indent some of these things in there, and then cut them out and added that to it as well. So we have a little bit of design here. I want to see how well this works. I've seen people use it on other channels, but we'll see how well mine's work because we're not sure about it. I'm not sure about it, but we're gonna see how it comes out, and hopefully that creates a really nice design. And some of these pages I'm gonna use. Let's just stuff this out. Some of these pages I'm gonna use. I already use ink pad with. And did like the rub-on type patterns. If they're not super busy, I'm gonna probably use them again. This is loose leaf. I found like 3 packs of loose leaf, so I've been dyeing, printing, painting, all sorts of things with the loose leaf. I also have some copy paper and some tissue paper. So let's just get started. This paint has a little bit of sparkle in it, so it might leave a residue when I use the other ones, but I don't really care. So we're gonna play around with this. Let's see. Put a little bit. Is it open? That's not open yet. I bought these from the dollar store because I don't have many paint. I'm not trying to buy a lot of paints. Most of my paints are on their last day, and I'm trying to use them up before the move because I'm not taking a bunch of paints with me. If I need them later on, I can rebuy paints that's not a problem. But right now, I refuse to take like half empty or almost empty bottles of paint. So I only bought 2 from the dollar store. This pink glitter one and this yellow. So we'll play around. Oops, cap fell. Where did it go? We'll play around with these 2. And then we'll use up some of my ones that are on their last day. This is a new bottle. But the rest are fairly empty or getting there. I don't know if you could tell because I've been using them pretty well. So this has barely any purple left, but it's okay because we have another purple there. So I'm just going to waste it. There's some pink in here. I don't know if you can really tell. Silver. I don't even think this has anything in it. We're going to find out. And some gold. And lastly, we have some dark green, which is pretty full. So we're going to put it on this side. So we can use up the ones that are not full. This is some metallic bronze color. And some orange, which is pretty full as well. Well, about 3/4 full. I also have a little bit of this purple, so we can kind of play around with different shades of purple. I wish I had some white. I don't have any white paint, unfortunately, or gesso. So we're just gonna have to see what these things come up with. And they might be really ugly because they're not a lot of colors that go together. But we're gonna play around with it and see what we come up with. And not worry about being perfect today. Bit of paint fell on the table, so let's just throw it on there. I like how bold this yellow is. I'm trying not to put too much, but I want to put some yellow on there. So let's try the yellow and the pink together. Let's see what we get with yellow and pink. Probably some kind of orange. Okay, this is diluted, watered down pink, so it's going to be very thin. We'll see how well it tastes with roller. And I'm probably putting too much paint. I'm really not an expert when it comes to Jelly Plate. I'm still in the process of learning. So if anybody got tips, go ahead and leave them below in the comments, because I'm pretty sure you guys are more advanced at this than I am. As you can see, this is not working well. It's probably because it was diluted. Just gonna rub some on. And I'm sure certain colors go together better and all that sort of thing. But we picked 2 colors that would blend really well together, so just gonna make some little circles. And this Jelly Plate's probably on its last days too. There was a tiny rip on the other side starting to form, so we'll see if this makes it for the move, or this might be another thing I might have to get rid of. We'll see. Alright, so I just did something simple. I just put some impressions of some circles. So we're gonna see how this first one comes out without doing much to it. And this was just a painting page, but the color didn't really show. I think it was very thin, so we're just going to use the same page. I'm going to make sure I press it nice and firm, get all the paint up, or at least most of it. Alright, not perfect. But again, that's not what we're aiming for. We're just aiming to have it play around. Okay, so now we have this residual paint. So what we're gonna put over that paint? What would look right? Maybe some of this purplish, because it'll stay on the pink. Did I take it out, or is it? Interesting. It looks like there's no hole there. That's weird. Alright, well, we're just gonna open it this way. I'm really trying not to dab a lot. This paint is cheap, so it wants to come out a lot. And I'm not sure how this glitter is going to interact with everything, but we are going to see. Now this time we're going to use the stencil. The stencil is kind of broken up, so it doesn't have the whole repeating sign, but it's okay. I'm going to take one of these pages. Rub some on there. Now this has a bit of pattern, so I'm not sure how it's going to interact, but let's see what we come up with. I'm sorry for any shakiness, if there is shakiness of the feed. Still working with the old stand for the camera, so it's a little bouncy. Okay, so not much made it through, but what did is pretty cool. You can sort of see it with the glitter. So now we're going to take this off and see if anything else transfers over. Again, I'm using it on papers that already have some kind of paint on it. So, like I said, it might not come out really nice, but we're going to just go for abstract and playful right now. Okay. I can't really tell because the glitter kind of went everywhere. What the design is. It looks like there's trying to be a design, but you can't really make it out. So the glitter paint isn't the best, and I kind of already knew that going in, that the glitter paint was going to be problematic. So we're not going to use that for now. We'll use it later on to add some. Okay. Let's see. Let's do some bronze. If there's any left. Let's peel some of this off. And I'm just using cheap Michaels. AC Moore Michaels, dollar store paint, nothing truly spectacular. So if you use higher quality paint, you might get better results. If you use more or less paint, you might get better results. I'm not the one to consult in terms of Gelli Plate. So if you're looking to be an expert at this and get some really cool stuff, I would suggest following some other people, and they can leave their comment below if they do Gelli Plate and have really great results, because I might want to check them out as well. But let's see, let's try this again. But we're just gonna play and see what we come up with. The thing that this shows on this paper, and it's just some ink background. It's nothing dark or anything. So let's see how much of this will pick up. We'll see how much Gelli Plate I do too, because usually I can get frustrated with the Gelli Plate pretty quickly. I stopped trying to do like the image transfer. I found out I was using the wrong paint for image transfers, which makes a lot more sense now. Okay, sort of. We got some design there. Looks pretty. It's nice. All right. Let's wipe off some of this stuff on here. If there's anything, not much came off. Okay. So again, not the best colors, using what I have, and there's this dark green. So I'm gonna try and see if that brings some contrast in with this Hopefully I'm doing this right. Let's get a new rub off sheet. And I'm trying to keep you guys in camera, so hopefully that stays the case. So this one might have like a little earthy vibe if both colors are able to come out. It seems like I put way too much. So we're just gonna rub it off. Alright, now we're kind of taking it off, so let's not rub anymore. Now this is a perfect one if you're starting an art journal, to have your book open so that you can just brayer on some of the paint that you have on here, because this does I tend to always overuse my paint, so it'd be really cool to actually use it to start a basis of art journal page, like the Break a Blank Page series. That you can do different ways to break the blank page, and one of the ways is to throw some paint abstractly on it with a brayer, or use the stencils and brayer on top of it just to get some of that out. We're gonna try and see what comes here. I might try the tissue paper if I can get some good results. Okay, so the shimmer thing again is problematic. I can't see the design. I can see the colors and it's pretty cool if you were to use this for a collage background or something. So I might cut it up the square and put that aside for collage stuff. But you can't really tell what design it has. So again, I don't know what I'm doing different or wrong or what I need to do better with these things, but this tends to be the results that I get. Nothing too fancy. And I can make different designs and try to layer it, but I don't tend to get very good first results. So I'm not sure how to do the layering without mucking it up. So, like I said, if you know how to do this, please help me, because I need all the help I can with this. Because I keep threatening to quit the Gelli plate because it gets frustrating sometimes. This is a really nice color. I'm not always a yellow color either. Okay, this is definitely going to be muddy if I don't get rid of this. Let's see. 1 second. I'm going to run this through with a stencil. I have a couple stencils. They're not the best stencils either because they're papery, but I built on enough paint that they've gotten a little bit hard. Let's see, I don't have a lot of space here, so bear with me. And this is just simply because I had nothing really to do. I mean, we had a couple errands, which mostly stayed at home, but we had a couple errands that we needed to run. And when I got home, I didn't really feel like doing much around the house. So I was like, oh, let me just try and be creative a bit. Okay, so I thought I had more paint, but maybe it already dried. This is not rubbing off, but we'll leave that there for when we run off the paint. Let's put this back. And I also could be, because I'm using not the right brayer, which is fine. I have a brayer that's supposed to be coming. It's much smaller, about maybe half the size, but it would work. Unfortunately, it hasn't come yet, so I'm getting like, maybe because this paint is cheap. I don't mind the effect, but it's not smooth. The camera will pick it up. It's not completely covering the whole entire thing to get these triangles, but that might be okay. All right, so we have this. Let's use the glue stick impressions. And I'm just trying to press hard enough to get an impression, but not hard enough to puncture, because this is hard plastic. So all right, so we got some cool little design there with the circles. Now I'm worried though, if I try to add another background color to make it two different colors, whether it would actually get rid of this effect or not. See, I'm really like a noob when it comes to Gelli plate. Let me see if I can get some of this Lego on it because it's smaller. It might be cool to have some small. I love using this as a stamp. Look at how pretty. And it's just me taking the paint off it and doing that. That may be what I have to do with this Gelli plate because it doesn't seem like it's doing what I want it to do. So let's use this tissue paper. Tissue paper might take it off, so we'll see. Let's see. Oop, kind of moved. Oh well, that's where it's going to print because it already started. I don't want to press too hard because I don't want to rip the tissue paper. I don't always like working with tissue paper or napkins because I'm usually pretty rough with them and they tend to rip. So I'm trying to be super gentle. But you can see it's pretty much picking it all up. So we're going to pull it out. Okay, it's not bad. You can sort of see the detail here. I mean, again, it's one color, but you can sort of see the circles and the prints with the Lego block, so I like it. Let's get another piece of tissue paper to see if I can get this ghost effect and see how that looks. Okay, now I picked up almost everything off there. So there's some metallic, there's some green, and there's some yellow. Not the best colors probably to mix together because they end up almost making mud, but you can kind of see. And if I can figure out how to layer correctly, this could be a good start to layer. Let's put some purple. And again, this might make brown too, but I'm using what I have. Ooh, let's get rid of that. That might be all we get. Are you done? Okay, I think this is done. Okay, so I have a bunch of different shades of purple. So I want to just dry up. Put a bunch of different shades here. Kind of see. That's kind of the same one as the one before. It's fine. Let's just put a little more dark on this side. We're definitely gonna have to brayer some of this paint off. Okay, so let's put some of this aside. And let's try to blend this a little bit. It's not quite wanting to blend. There are two different paints, so that could be also why. And this, I'm not sure why I'm having an issue with this paint because I've used it before, but come on. I can't wait till my actual brayer comes in because this kind of sucks. All right. So let's see if I can transfer some of this yellow back on there. Okay, maybe not. Some transfers on, but not much. Let's get some. Okay, what else do I have to work with? Maybe turn some of these into bullseyes. And let's see how that comes up. Okay. And maybe I shouldn't be using tissue paper until like right before the last one. But this one came out. I mean, there's a little mud from the yellow before. But there's a lot of design in this print. You can see it very clearly. And some of this purple from the tube didn't quite blend. But it's not horrible. This print is okay. I don't know why this one's not blending. It's a little more blended. Just gonna try to move the paint around before I add my next layer. Because I don't know why it's not blending. I'm gonna try this again. I know it doesn't make pretty good prints, but we're gonna try the impression bit like we just did and see if we can get something cool. I put way too much. Oh yeah. Alright, so let's move this up here. Ooh, that kind of picked up the paint of that design, which is kind of cool. Alrighty, so let's put this under because we're gonna have to run some of this out. So we definitely put way too much. It shows up more just like glitter glue. It doesn't look like it's very much actual paint in that bottle. That might be the problem. It may be more like a glitter glue. Okay, so let's do some impressions here again. Oh, actually, well, no, I won't get a good result with that. So let's just use the circles. Okay. That's about the same size, so we're just not going to use that one. Is there any other ones? Let me use this to make a smaller circle. And again, most of this probably won't come out because of the paint that I'm using. But that's what experimenting is for, to make mistakes and learn from them. I really like this little circle design. It could be, I don't know why, I just really like circles. All right, so let's find a clean piece of paper to pull this up. I'm using copy paper this time. Now, last time we tried to use this purple glitter glue, didn't come up well. So I'm gonna see if maybe just doing simple impressions like that would come up better. So I'm gonna try and see what comes up. Okay, that was much better than the last time. You don't get much color, but the dark purple leaves an imprint, so you do get that little design. This one actually might be one of the best ones I've done today. So even though it's not the great paint quality type thing, the design is more clear. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's add some, I don't know, orange. Or should I go back to yellow? Let's try it. Oh, this is pink actually. This is that runny pink. I thought this was the orange. Oh well, it's already on there. Let me also add some orange because it looks like there's not much of that paint underneath. I want to give some kind of a background for it to pick up. And again, purple and orange might make mud, but it's what I have, so it's what I'm using. There's the pink. See if I can't bring in a little more pink. So this time, just trying to rub all this paint off. All right, this time I'm gonna try and use the roller that I made. So let's see if I get any results from this. And again, it's just foam shapes on a sticky lip roller. So let's see. Okay, looks like there's something taking form. Okay, not bad. Let's all right, well, didn't quite work at the bottom. Oh, you're a little out of frame. Let's push you up. Didn't quite work at the bottom, but the top definitely got some design. So we're going to pull it up with this paper, and I'm going to run this off on this other paper right here. Excuse me. So let's pull this up and see what transferred off. Oh, it took quite a lot of this paint. It's not the clearest picture, but you can see that there is designs there. take the rest of this off. Alright guys, I think the rest I'm going to just brayer on paint. I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to wipe this down and put this aside. Like I said, I can't do the jelly plate too much because I get frustrated when I don't get really good results. So please leave your tips under there. I know the color choices is definitely one, and the color and the paint quality is definitely one. At this point, I'm just using what I have and trying to purge this stuff before the move, because I do not want to take anything that's halfway or almost empty or any of that kind of stuff. Alright, so that's mostly, let that dry. I'm just going to take some paint and brayer it. Try to see if there's any paint left over there. Okay, so this was part of the tissue paper. So I'm going to put that aside and let that dry. And I already started a design with this, which actually looks pretty cool. I actually enjoyed that design. So we're going to put this aside. Wait, there's paint here. So let's see if we can get some of that paint off. Okay, it sort of came off. I don't know, guys. I don't know what's going on with it. I really wished it would work better, but alas, this is what I have. Alright. We are going to work on this one, but not yet. Let's get a clear one. Let's use a loose leaf because I have tons of it. I'm going to put some of this orange down. I'm just going to make some painty papers. Okay. Got some orange down, and I want to use these circles. So we're going to move this out, and let's try some yellow. And also take some purple, put it on the other side. Okay, so we're getting some kind of brown on some of this, but it's not going to be a big amount, so it still will come out looking okay. The circles didn't come out the way I liked it. It looks like paint must have seeped underneath, so that was problematic, but we're going to use, what are we using? Let's try a stencil again. We're going to brayer it over. And let's use, I don't want to use too many colors. I guess let's use the purple again. Come on. Now this one doesn't want to go through. The other one went through. Yeah, kind of what I thought. So we're just going to flip this over. Press that in. See if we can't get some of the outline. Alright, a couple more papers and I'm gonna call it a day with this because I'm not getting a lot of results that I want. Sorry, I kind of knocked the camera. Just picking up some of this paint to spill on a table. I'm going for like abstract here. So okay, that was not the best way to apply it. See guys, I'm learning all over the place. And I'm just trying to make some abstract stuff that can be used for collage backgrounds or mixed media backgrounds. Not the best quality, of course, but I'm gonna use them. Even if we have to rip small parts, some of this might be really good for my mini glue book and ripping small things. I have to clean that up though. See if there's any paint left on this. Not crazy about this one, so I want to waste it. Maybe mixing it with another paint before adding it might be better, but let's just try. Comes out so much. Okay, because it's so cheap, it did not work the way I thought it would. And a lot of baking. And I don't care if I get on this because I can just wipe it down. Definitely some drastic look here. I would like to add some yellow, but I'm going to wait until this dries and then maybe add something else. See if I can do some of this. Okay. take this. Let's do some gold. And I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I didn't really do much. Just added some things here. I really am not liking how these came out. Some of them are okay. And could probably use with some more layering of stuff. This one's alright. This one, I mean, to cut up and use with collage, it shouldn't be a problem, but I'm not really happy with all the results that I got. And I had some stuff to play with, but again, the other stuff that I had, after this, I didn't really want to play around. You can sort of see. And it doesn't help that I really don't like the colors I have left. It's probably why they're left. Not my favorite, but this one's the best one, I think. Just a small impression with the dots. It looks really pretty though. And then this is just regular. So I'm gonna have to run some color on top or something, because that really is, I don't know. I don't like it. And there's some glitter still from, it's still picking up the glitter. So there's some pink shimmer. And this one's still drying. Again, this one wasn't that bad. I may go back and add some orange triangles or something just to add something to it. And then lastly, we have this one, which I used I don't recommend this one if you're in the dollar store and you're trying to grab a couple. Just, most people don't, but in this emergency when that's probably the only thing open, I wouldn't recommend glitter paint because it did horribly. And you can see here that some of the impressions came out with this, so this might still be worth using, because it did come out when I rolled it. So if you guys are looking for another idea to get different patterns, again, this is just a lip roller. You take the sticky tape off and you have a new one every time. And then I just cut out some foam pieces and added it onto there. And that's all I did. So this would work probably for another one or two. And then I'll take it out. And I don't really care if these things get messed up or anything. This is foam. You can get a big pack of it in a dollar store or in a craft store. It's really cheap. So that's not too bad. But I don't know, guys. I'm really not having much success with the jelly plate. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what I'm not seeing. I keep trying to revisit it to see if something changes and things get better with the jelly plate. I've had better results before with some of the stencils, but they weren't really working for me today. They are cheap paper stencils, so that could be why. They might be, some of them might be starting to bend a little bit and let some of the paint go under, which doesn't produce a really good print. So yeah, unfortunately, that's where we're at. I feel like if I'm going to do this, then I might just use the jelly plate just to spread paint and then just use it to brayer on the stencil on a separate piece of paper without putting it on the jelly plate, because I'm not getting the nice results of a jelly plate, if that makes sense to you guys. So again, put your tips down below. If there's an expert out there who can kind of guide me in the right direction, because I'm really kind of upset that I have this jelly plate. It looks like so much fun when other people use it, and then I don't get the same results. And again, today wasn't about results. It was just about playing around, but I just wasn't feeling it today. So I'm gonna end here, and then I may do another video with some glue book or something of that matter, either glue book or comp book. I haven't decided yet, so keep a lookout. But I will be posting this one just so you can kind of see, and maybe give you guys some ideas of when things don't go right, because there is so many videos up there that have these great results, and then when you do your own art and sometimes you don't get those results, it can be disheartening, and it makes you kind of want to give up on certain things. So this is my video of me not getting the results. So if you have that problem, you are not alone. Crafting takes trial and error. It takes willingness to keep trying and keep being creative in some way. And it might not be the style for you. If you're not getting results, you might do better with something else. But we are going to call on those experts to help give us some tips. And hopefully next time we try to attempt this, things will come out a lot better. So I hope you enjoy this little craft break here. Well, it's a little bit longer than the craft break. It's been a long break. But I hope you enjoy this time. I hope you all are staying safe and crafting up a storm. Use it or purge it. Use up your supplies. This is what we all are prepared for. Let's get all the supplies out and use whatever we're going to use. If we're not going to use it, this is a time to clean house. So if you're not going to use it, put it in a box. Give it to someone else who's going to use it. Donate it to nursing homes or other places that could benefit from donations. And use the stuff that you have, because now is the perfect time to do so. All right, see you in the next video. Bye.